Konnichiwa minna. Hello Straw Hats. In this video, I want to do a response video from Tekking101. So shout out to him. He just did a video called One Piece Chapter 1145 Review, Heating Up. So I will leave a link in the description of this video if you guys want to check that video out. So the questions are: thoughts on Loki's goal of King of the World, and why he exactly looked up to Roxy Zebek the way he did. What is the full story behind the creation of Nash? How will Gunko react to Brook? So lots of questions, I love it. So starting off with the first question. Thoughts on Loki's goal of King of the World. Very, very interesting, going by Loki's personality. So really cool goal for Loki. So I'm so glad he said that he wants to be king of the world, because Luffy would have a big issue with that if Loki wanted to be king of the pirates, because as we all know, Luffy is a very, very protective person, like especially when it comes to his dream or his goal to be king of the pirates. Like Luffy is all like, only I can be king of the pirates. Nobody else can have this goal. So if Loki had like the same goal as if Loki had the same goal as Luffy, I think Luffy would have a big issue with that. And why exactly did he look up to Roxy Zebek? They have very, very similar personalities for sure. So if you guys go to the most recent chapter, we get that flashback between Loki and Zebek, and basically Loki has a child, was like, hey Zebek, I really want to join your crew. And then basically Zebek is all like, no, you're not joining my crew. I'm not gonna let no stupid kid or a puny kid, join my crew. And then I think Zebek drew a sword like against Loki. And then I think it was Newgate. So Newgate was all like, whoa, Zebek, you're pushing things way too far. And then Zebek was all like, hack off, Newgate. Which, when I think of Newgate, like, it reminds me of Whitebeard. So I don't know if Whitebeard used to be like on Zebek's crew, because I know he used to be on Rox's crew. I know that for sure. But maybe he used to be like in Zebek's crew too. So, so Loki definitely looks up to Zebek because they have very similar personalities. What is the full story behind the creation of Nash? So, since there is kind of like a giant cyborg kind of building, maybe the creation behind it was like a bunch of cyborgs, maybe a bunch of giant cyborg hybrids, and that's why Frankie was so excited about that, because Frankie is a cyborg. How will Gunko react to Brook? I think Gunko is going to be a huge fan of Brook, because in the last chapter she was listening to New World, which is one of Brook's songs. So I think Gunko would probably would be really, really excited to see Brook. Maybe take a picture of him with Morgan, the bird. Morgan, maybe Gunko could ask Brook for an autograph. So I could definitely see Gunko doing that. Maybe even being friends with Brook, maybe, because Gunko is not really the nicest person ever, especially in this most recent chapter, where basically she's controlling these kids into a fire, and then basically Gunko was all like, oh, they'll wake up from the heat, and basically they'll get incinerated to bone. And then we see Colin come back, and he wanted to save his friends, and then Gunko had that look on her face Colin, he is a very lively giant, very, very interesting. So yeah, I'm really excited for the next chapter, even though there is going to be a break next week. But I'm really, really excited for the next chapter. So, yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this video down below. And also, what do you guys think of the chapter? I would love to know. So, yeah, guys, I will see y'all next time. Madlani.